Welcome everyone to another run from ESA Winter 19 from the beautiful Växjö in Sweden, or as the English people call it, Växjö. And the next run is going to be Subnautica Survival 80% by Salvner. Enjoy.
Hello. So I'm just making sure my sensitivity is all good. Fantastic. Welcome to more of the underwater block, I guess. We're going to be playing some Subnautica. My name is Salvner, and I've brought along with me
Masquerade.
And he's going to press the button and tell me when to save, basically. Okay. So the time doesn't start until you can see the life pod, essentially. It's sort of an underwater survival game. We've crash landed here for whatever reason, and we're going to try and get out. So we're hopefully going to do that very, very quickly. Take a little while to load. It's not the most optimized game. Okay. And we're in. So we're going to head straight out. So the spawn location is slightly random, even though the entire map is the same. So we're going to see if we get a reasonable one or not. It's alright. So my first goal is to find myself some mushrooms and some limestone. The spawn's a little bit odd, but so we're going to have to head out a little bit further than normal and just pick up some random stuff. So nearest limestone is mostly going to be in caves. It can be sometimes on rocks randomly. So I'm going to the closest cave, which is probably this one. And try not to die to these explosive fish. So first do limestone is always 1 copper, 1 titanium. No matter which one you pick up first. The first one's 50-50. The second one is always the other one. And that's perfect because we need both of those to make ourselves a scanner. Okay. And we're going to head on straight back to the base. Swimming on the top of the water is 33% faster. So we're going to do that as much as possible until we get a sea glide. Once we get the sea glide, it's no longer feasible to do it at good pace. I need this medkit I left a little while ago. Oh, a little bit eager on there. You can pick up a lot of stuff while you're leaving, if you time it correctly. So I'm going to head to a wreck now. Again, swimming on the top of the water because it is slightly faster. I'm going to a wreck because it's the most likely place a sea glide fragment will spawn. Okay. So there's a couple dotted around the safe shallows. Always spawning in the same place, as I said. The entire map is sort of handcrafted. Means they can create a nice little progression for you. So you're always going to spawn in this area, which is safe. There's no bad things here, apart from a few exploding fish. But once you've died to them a couple times, you'll be fine. So we've got 1, which is fantastic. Ideally, we'd find 2 here, but it doesn't look like we're incredibly lucky. So the estimate I've given for this run is an hour. The world record is just under 40 minutes. So you can understand how RNG can impact this run. Hopefully we're going to get pretty lucky, and I've got, as I said, my friend here to tell me when to save, so we're going to avoid some of the bad things that can happen. So there's another wreck right next to this, and hopefully we can find our second sea glide. Okay. Have we got it? Yes, yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, fantastic. What's my mushroom count? My mushroom count is 4. So that's all I'm going to need for this first section. The first section is basically getting all the tools, well, most of the tools I'm going to need for the rest of the run before I start collecting as many resources as possible. So I want to be picking up a fair amount of metal. I'm going to need, aside from the stuff that I make right at the start, I'm going to have a section where I need 107 bits of titanium, and those little metal salvage pieces are 4. So I'm going to need to pick up a lot of these. We're also going to be quite interested in these dogs right here. They're called Stalkers, but we call them dogs. They play fetch a lot. We'll see them more in a moment. We need to do some dentist work and grab some teeth from them. Okay, straight back to base again. A little bit further than I'd really like to be, but that's just what happens if you can't find sea glides in the first wreck.
Do we have time for a donation?
Of course, yeah. Go for it.
We got $40.48 from Wood Scrap. May all your dogs give teeth and your nickel be visible and your ice cubes chilly. P.S. Don't forget your script. Fantastic.
Thank you, Wood Scrap. Thank you. The 40-48 is for a time. Every single run of mine ended in 48 seconds. Particularly, I got 40-48 multiple times in a row. Fantastic. Okay. So as long as I remembered everything, we're going to make our next set of tools here. Ooh. I did need to grab a couple more items. I need to go through a coral tube to grab myself a lot of limestone and some quartz as well. So there's one quite close to my base, just over here. I'm actually going to go in a little bit further on. I want to be wary of my health and my oxygen at this point in the game. So I'm going to go over the top of this, grab myself a lot of these limestones. As I said, these contain copper and titanium. I need quite a bit of copper and titanium for this first section of the run before I can make everything. And then, fortunately, this particular coral tube, there's 3 in the safe shallows. One's a little bit further out. You're going to encounter 2 mostly in your start of the game. This one has a lot of crash fish in, so we're going to try not to die. Generally, just ignoring them is the best strategy. And we're trying to do a nice little movement where I grab as much as possible. So you'll notice I'm breaking these rocks a little bit faster than normal. That's because if you bind the scroll wheel to one of the action keys, each scroll counts as multiple inputs of that action. So normally you're going to have to click 4 times to break these rocks and out the inside. But I can just scroll once, which is real useful. That's going to save me probably around 5 minutes throughout the whole run. I'm going to be picking up a lot of stuff. Okay. And now we can make the next set of tools, including the Sea Glide, the most important thing in this run. So there are a couple vehicles you can make. There's a prawn suit, which you can walk on the water and do some interesting movement with. It's quite a fun little machine. You can do some mining as well. There's also the Sea Moth, a little portable submarine, and the Cyclops, a large submarine. So we're going to be making the Cyclops, but not for movement purposes. You need it for a certain item later. And we're going to make the Sea Glide. The Sea Glide is sort of like a water scooter. I think they do actually exist. And it's just going to help us propel forward. So I'm making myself the knife, the O2 tank, and the Sea Glide here. And I'm holding down the sprint key to keep this menu open. If you've played this casually, everything closes whenever you make something, and that can be really awkward. Okay, so what's my count here? My count is 4 and 2, that is 8. It's just some good maths there. So I need 3 of these, 3 table coral. I need 17 to 21 quartz. I need 2 silver, 2 gold. And I need as much limestone as I can carry. So I've currently got 8 quartz, that is 4 quartz and 2 glass in my inventory, back at the base. So this is 9, 10. 1 silver, 1 gold. So we're going to try and get 2 silver, 2 gold from 6 instances of sandstone. So sandstone can give gold, silver, or lead. The first 8, in fact, will always give you 3 silver, 3 lead, and 2 gold. I'm going to try and only break 6, and we're going to try and get real lucky. So 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've got 1 of each currently. There we go, fantastic. It means I don't have to go to a backup, but my particular spawn means that a backup isn't that bad anyway. In some of the world record runs, a backup is going to be basically a reset. Okay. Because I haven't actually done this coral tube yet, I'm going to go through this and grab a lot of resources. Ideally, I'd want to be... what's currently the time?
6 minutes.
6 minutes, okay. I need to be a little bit wary of the day-night cycle, so I want to be having a base before 9 minutes 30. So 9 minutes 30 is when it's going to get dark. And my base is going to be only powered by solar power, so I need to finish that before it gets dark. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of crafting. Okay. So make myself a final tool here, the Habitat Builder. Not the final tool in total, but the final tool before we go out and do some more resource gathering. Again, holding down the sprint key, very useful, so I need to make a bit more glass here. Probably a bit more metal instead of the glass. I'm going to be making another fabricator in a second. Fabricator is the things that we're using to craft with, so I want a lot of this stuff. Again, the scroll wheel bound to both clicking and inventory management, so I can move stuff fairly quickly between inventories, which is pretty useful. So I'm going to make myself a base with a hatch and a solar panel, as I said, some nice little solar power. And then I'm going to fill my base with water, because I am a creature of the sea. I do love swimming. I want to do it all the time. So to do that, I'm going to make 3 additional glass compartments and 3 additional metal ones. I don't have enough resources to make everything just yet, but I should have some metal salvage in my base. In my inventory, in fact, to finish this off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another fabricator. Whoop. Not the radio, thanks. We're never going to touch that. I need to make 3 more glass. So glass compartments actually are -2 to hull strength. We're trying to get to -1 right now. And while making more glass compartments will be better, we are going to deconstruct this at a certain point in the run. So we don't want more glass than we're ever going to need. And 6 is the most we'll ever use. So now while I'm waiting for that to flood, I'm going to grab 9 table coral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 mushrooms. And 2 more table coral. And then I'm going to look for some more metal. As I said, I'm going to need a lot later on, so any extras is going to be real useful. Scanning stuff I already know how to make because it's going to give me 2 titanium. Okay. And I've got a few more things I can scan over here. Let's do that. This thing. Just more sea glides. There's some extra items you can scan around here, but I don't really care. Just sea glides for the extra metal, and a nice one outside our base. Fantastic. It's going to take a little while to stop this to finish flooding. Okay, that's fine. Want to finish these lockers. So this is my late game locker. It's got some lead in it, but all the lead's back in my base, and it's got that battery, and that's all it's going to have for now. It's going to have a lot later. So I've just activated a glitch. So if you're in a base, when it floods, the game thinks you're both swimming and walking at the same time, so it's going to put those two speeds together. So now we're a little bit faster. We're about 2.5 times the normal speed of the sea glide, which is very, very useful. And I'm going to go have a little wander and find myself some dogs. We managed to finish that base in time. I don't think this is going to be a great thing. When I passed here, I only saw the one, so I may be going to somewhere else. But I'm going to here to scan this mobile vehicle I saw earlier. That's fine, that's fine. Let's see, I need 4 of these for a little bit later. We're going to go to another patch of dogs. They live in the forest, these sort of creepvine forests. And I'm trying to find a selection of about 3, because we're going to be sitting next to them for a while. Okay, there's another forest over here that's normally a bit more full of dogs. Has a few more. There's normally one over here. Ooh boy, one. Ideally, okay, I can hear some coming after me. This sounds like a few here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get some teeth. I need 4 teeth in total. Is he coming after me? Okay, bite me then. Good stuff. So every time a dog picks up a piece of metal, so what these dogs are, they're trying to clean the forest essentially. So they're going to pick up metal from around their nest and put it in their nest. Oh, there's one, fantastic. Every time they pick up a piece of metal, there's a 15 to 17% chance they drop a tooth. I need 4 in total. So that's going to take, hopefully not very long, but it can take a while. So we're just going to watch them for a bit. Some people might suggest you just leave the dogs and walk away and let them do their business. However, like a lot of open world games, stuff that's close to you is rendered and stuff that's far away isn't. So if I leave, these dogs don't exist and neither does the metal, so they can't pick it up. So I have to just sort of watch them. It's also helpful because the teeth they drop is quite small, and finding it later can be a little bit hard. But we've got 3 dogs here. We're going to hopefully have some teeth. And this is like a small bit of the run where there's some downtime because we're just waiting for RNG to happen, unfortunately.
There's downtime, can I read some donations?
Go for it.
We got $25 from Rocket Garden. It's 3 AM over here and I'm super excited to see Salvner stream for charity. Good luck and may the teeth be ever in your favor.
Thanks Rocket Garden.
We got $15 from Sean. Hey Salvner, I'm taking an 11 AM lunch for you, so you better appreciate it when I'm starving this afternoon.
Fantastic.
Smash the run. Proud of you, buddy.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much.
Is that tooth?
I don't think so. Yeah, 15 to 70% is a little bit awkward. A lot of, if you're grinding this game, this is going to kill a lot of runs, but we have a fair bit of time accounted for stuff like this. You can go, so we are going to pass a couple dogs. If I get 3, I suppose I could wander around, but mostly we're just going to be watching these. You'll notice I was, every time a dog chased me, I was running into their mouths. So when they're chasing you, they're not going to be picking up metal, so the easiest way to do that is to get bitten. So I just run straight into their mouth, and so they can go back to collecting metal. I'm going to go and grab some more metal for them. Another little interesting thing is that dogs can only keep track of 4 things at once. So if there's 4 pieces of metal around them, they're never going to go for you. You also want to move when you're dropping stuff. If you drop 2 things in the same position, they're going to collide, and that's going to force them away from each other. Dogs, you've only given me 1 teeth. Very bad dogs.
I think the dogs just want to hear more donations.
The dogs want to hear more donations. Okay, go for it.
$10 from Yay for Nuke. So you notice I'm breaking these blocks a little bit quicker than normal. That is because you bind the scroll wheel to one of your action keys. Each scroll is going to count as multiple inputs of that action, which is fantastic for playing this game. I can break these blocks real quick. Love from the Subnautica community. Please shout out our child prodigy.
Fantastic. So our child prodigy is Växjö. He came he's pretty new to the game, but he's already been getting some world records. He holds, I think, the most world records. We've got quite a few categories in this. And that is because the donation message is because I say pretty much the same thing every single run. The intention is to... There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this game. I want to make sure everyone's aware of it, and that's the kind of run I like to watch. These dogs are pretty awful. It is quite impressive. We got 1 tooth over there. I need to be a little bit careful. What's my health? It's 10. The dogs do between 21 and 28 damage. So I have had my run of running into their mouths for now. I'd be tempted to come back later, but we need these 4 teeth just eventually. So we may as well do it now.
Well, we have a couple more donations.
Okay, sure, go for it.
$40 more from Wood Scrap. 1 tooth, 2 tooth, 3 tooth, more! And $200 from J. Mathieu. Swim for the children.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Mathieu. Just let me thank you. One more. Come on, guys. I believe in you.
And we have 1 more donation.
Okay, yeah. I mean, they're taking their time.
Yeah, that's the $100 Trusher promised. And the donation is as promised. Thanks for all the fish. That is for Teresa's
There
fund just
we
now.
go. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we got our 4th tooth. It took a little while. Okay, yeah, that's... Ooh, boy. So I need to make a couple items out of the things I picked up. So these things take up a lot of space, the creep vine and the other samples I picked up. So I'm making them to lubricant and the light because that's going to take a lot less space. So early game items are going to go in here. Give me back my scanner, you. Not that mushroom though. And late game items are going to go in here. I need to make 1 more lubricant for later. Dump in there and dump that in there. So what's my count currently? My count is currently 1. Okay. So I need 10. Oh, this health is... okay, 10 health. I can do 10 health, I believe. So I need 10 copper, 2 quartz, and a lot of sandstone right now. I'm going to go in a geyser. The geyser, every second you're near it, you're going to take a tick of damage. So I can take 9 ticks of damage, which isn't really a lot of damage, but we'll see. We'll see how I do it. I guess I'm just going to have to not hang around and grab as much sandstone for this area as normal. So there's always 8 at the top. So in this game there's sort of sections where resources can spawn and sections where resources will spawn. So I should be able to just sneak in here. Fantastic. And this is far enough away where I'm not going to take any damage. Okay. So these sections down here is where sandstone and limestone can spawn. The section above was where sandstone always spawns in a pack of 8. So that's pretty useful to come here. This is our favorite place. So I'm just going to go straight through. I don't have enough health to dilly-dally, really, unfortunately. As much as there's some really nice resources there, I just can't. I can't spare the time. What's my current count? 3 and 2. So I need another 7 copper. Another little bonus of Super Sea Glide. You can swim straight through these vines, and they won't hurt you. Rub yourself up against them as much as you like if you want. That's fine. I currently do not have the advanced O2 tank, so I'm going to take some bubbles from this. Fantastic. The bubbles are a little bit confused as well. A lot of stuff is confused right now. So these crashfish also think you're in a base, so they're not going to annoy you. They're going to stay in their little house. And those bubbles also thought I was in a base, so they're going to just sort of be a bit confused and have to sort of run into them to make them pop. Normally they just pop on you. So a little bit awkward with this resource gathering, but that's fine. I think I'm going to go through... I haven't done all the coral tubes, so I'll do a bit more of that as well on the way back. I've got 5, 6... I think I can pick up 2 more. There we go. So 7. I'll need to grab 3 more copper later. I really should go and either die... What's my... Maybe I die. I think I might kill myself. So if you kill yourself in this game, you're going to respawn back in the last base you're in with all your health again. That's really, really useful right now because I have... What is it? Probably about 8 health now. So late game items in here. That is... I need 1 more lead during this run. Okay, that's fine. I've got a lot of silver right now. That's real nice. So I'm going to make myself a bit of metal, deconstruct this glass compartment. I have a rupture in this area. I do. I was a little bit worried there. So you'll notice that bit that's spewing water into here. If that wasn't there and I deconstructed this, this is going to stop flooding, and that'll be really bad. That's going to lose our main form of speed. What's our count now? I think I should make another ingot to free up some space. I'm going to grab this. And double these. So I've got 6 gold. That's quite nice. Quite a nice amount of gold. And a bit of copper. So I need, 3 more copper. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Yeah, so I'm going to drown here. That's what I want to do. Ideally, I'd make something. I guess I can make a wiring kit while I'm drowning. Let's do that. Okay. Fantastic. So, yeah, 3 more copper. I've got 6, 8, so I need 4 more silver and 3 more gold. Okay, that's fantastic. Reactivate. I don't think I needed to reactivate there. Ooh, key bindings. There we go. Fantastic. So 4 silver, 3 copper, and we're going to do another glitch right now. I always forget to do this one. So we're going to do something called remote storage. So I just opened the locker in that life pod. Normally when you open that locker, there's a little animation where the locker opens, and then you open your PDA and you can access it. So we opened the locker and left before the PDA was open. So now the game's a little bit confused. So the next time I open the PDA, I'm going to be able to access that locker no matter where I am. That's going to be really useful. I should be picking up a little bit more metal than normal in this section. And I need 4 more. I do actually need 1 more lead, so that's quite nice. I need 3 more copper, 1 and 2. And you can only ever get 2 of the same resource in a row. So that couldn't have been copper there. This one is. That's all the copper. No more limestone for me. I've got 1 silver, so I need 3 silver, 3 gold. 3 silver, 2 gold. So looking around for some sandstone here. No, that's a limestone. 2 silver, 2 gold. 1 silver, 2 gold. 1 silver, 1 gold. There's always 2 in this little cave here. No, just infinite lead. 1 gold. Okay. So this is where extra dogs are. We're going to grab some metal from them. I assume they've dropped a tooth because I've already got my 4. Why not? And I am going to need some mobile vehicle bays, so I'm keeping an eye out for those as well. So where's my gold? Where's my gold? There's my gold. Fantastic. That's all I need. So we're going to head back and grab hopefully a lot of metal and 1 more mobile vehicle bay. I need 3 in total to discover it. So like I needed 2 for the sea glide, I need 3 for the... there we go. 3 for the mobile vehicle bay. I think I'm probably full here. Yeah, let's dump this metal, dump the gold, and I'm going to dump all this lead in the bin. There we go. Okay. Grab a bit more metal on the way back. There's the 3rd mobile vehicle bay. Very, very useful. Fantastic. Bit more metal. And a bit more. So we're... what's the...
2040.
2040, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's actually not that bad. So we're going to do a lot of crafting now. Basically, we're going to be staring at a fabricator for a little while. As I said, I need 107 titanium. I actually need that in 10 ingots and 7 spare. 7 spare because I'm going to make another base somewhere else, and the 10 ingots because I'm going to need to make a lot of giant structures to finish this game, mainly a rocket. So hopefully I can make an ingot here. While that's making, going to grab myself some food. You don't normally need to eat or drink in this run because we're going to die so often that it doesn't really matter. However, if you're hungry or thirsty, you're actually going to swim slightly slower, mostly because we're walking while we're swimming, and your walking speed is definitely hindered. So there's going to be a point in this run in a moment where I'm going to be walking a little bit. Don't do it very often. And hopefully that's got me enough space to grab all these things. Yeah, perfect. The flares I hate, they get to stay in there forever. Ideally you'd move them, but... okay. So what I'm going to do now is going to make some ingots, and while I'm making ingots I'm going to deconstruct my base. We don't really want to waste any time. Ingots take a lot of time to build. Should be able to make another ingot here. I cannot. Okay, that's fine. I had the metal salvage. And I guess, seeing as this is the case, I'm going to just deconstruct the rest here. Ideally, you'd do 1.5, then 1.5, then another 1.5. But that's fine. Grab some more metal in a second. So now I need to do a lot of crafting. So I'm going to grab all but one of these. Make myself computer chips. I need to grab all of these. More computer chips. I need to make all of the silver but 4. Fantastic. Make myself some more computer chips. I need to grab all this gold but 1. And then make myself some more computer chips. Okay. I need to grab this. Make myself another wiring kit. And then these. And that's too many of those. Thank you. Need to make sure I've always got space to pick up the item I'm making. And grab this. Grab the tooth. Okay, so I'm going to need to make another advanced wiring kit. Now I'm making enamel glass. 4 of these that I got from the dogs earlier. Going to be very useful later. So we used to do this where all this resource stuff happened at the end, but because there's so much randomness, mainly with the dogs, we've moved that to the start of the run, so it's just a lot easier for resetting purposes. So we're going to dump all of this stuff in here. This is late game stuff. We got 6 in there. I guess I can dump the lead. I don't want that much. 6 and looks like 9. 6 and 9. That's a good count. Get out of here. Get out. 6 and 9. So I need 10 and 7. 6 and 9 means I don't have to do remote storage here. So we're going to be finding some more metal salvage. 7 and 3. So I'm counting, that's ingots and spare that I'm counting. Just instead of 73, it's 7 and 3. It's just a little bit easier for me. 7, 7, 8 and 1, 18, 5. If a dog has something, you can normally cut them and they'll drop it. 8 and 9, 9 and 3, 9 and 7. I picked up one of these. Get out of here. 10 and 1. Need one more and then I can scan something. Anything? There we go. 10 and 5. I can scan something later. That's fine. Okay. Off we go. Back to base. Final bit of crafting. I should have... Yeah, battery power is fine. Something of note is that you want to have your light off as often as possible, because the light is going to drain a bit more power than just using the sea guide normally. Obviously, it's useful to see, but other than that, try and keep it off. Okay. So much metal. Another little interesting thing about this game is whenever you go through a door that's powered, you're going to get air. So you don't normally notice that when you leave a base, because your base isn't flooded. However, we do notice here, you don't get air if you're going into a base that is flooded. So obviously, it's just because the outside world isn't flooded. It makes sense. I need to grab all these, and this, and this, and 3 of those, this, all of those, these 2. So much stuff to make. Switch this battery, grab 2 of these, and 2 of these. Okay, and that means I can make... Oh, no, I need to make the power cell first. That's fine. I picked up the irons to make that, and forgot. There we go. Fantastic. So that's going to make while I go to the Aurora. So we're going to get the final blueprint of the game, the rocket blueprint inside the Aurora. And we're going to learn a little bit about dying. So when you die, you get to keep all the items that you had in your inventory when you were last in the base, as well as 1 additional random item. So that random item is going to be a metal salvage I'll pick up in a second. And we're going to go through a maintenance hatch to get into the Aurora. It's definitely intended. Do not worry about it. Where are you, buddy? There's a metal salvage. Fantastic. Sometimes you can find blueprints around here. It's pretty useful. I didn't pick up another medkit, so I'm going to stop scanning stuff. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, by bridge. Hopefully I'll just be lucky there. So this maintenance hatch is perfectly reasonable. Don't worry about it. You can sometimes get pushed up out of the water, but we're going to try not to do so. So we're going to go crawl through some ventilation shafts, like we're sort of Die Hard or something, and find ourselves a prawn bay. It's over here somewhere. There's a locker room. And there's the prawn bay. We're going to line ourselves up. Hopefully do this in one go. Straight up. And we jumped with enough force that we're straight through the floor. We're going to find ourselves the captain's quarters. The captain has the blueprint. 2679 is always the code. Thankfully, it isn't random. Grab the blueprints, and then we're just going to die in this fire. And smash the keyboard. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grab this.
Safety save.
Oh yes, this is the safety save. Okay. This specific safety save is for some RNG that could be a little bit awkward later. So I'm going to dump this in here, and then we're going to do ghost remote storage again. I keep trying to call it ghost storage. Come on now. There we go. So it's going to say release mobile vehicle bay for a little while. Hope you don't get too bored of it. I'm just going to try and ignore it. And we're going to do some story stuff now. I guess it's relevant. And we're heading over to the mountain island. So there's 2 islands in this game. I'm going to the mountain island. It's just a lot of mountains rather than the other one, which floats. So the mountain island is over here. I'm using some underwater landmarks to get there. If you're new to this, you can look at the Aurora, look to the left. There's a cloud, and you can swim towards that. So I'm going to scan. That's not my scanner. That's my scanner. I'm going to scan this for the 2 extra metal. Okay, that was interesting. And grab this eye stalk for later. And just swim along this cliff to get to the mountain island. Little bit of just pointing in a straight direction, and there's not a lot of downtime in this game. There's some bits where you're just purely movement. Okay, so I'm going along this little ledge. I'm looking for some more blueprints now, so bits of like so, a moon pool just on the ground. I'm also looking for some shale. Shale is a tiny little rock. So there's sort of 3 tiers of resources. There's limestone, that's tier 1, and quartz as well is in that tier. There's sandstone, which is tier 2, and there's shale, which is tier 3. So we're currently looking for tier 3. We're basically going to do all the storyline and grab some extra resources that we can't find in the safe areas. So there's, wow, that's some good cyclist fragments. Like, that's very nice. We had a reasonable spawn as well. There's so many bad spawns you can get, and that's why the time limit is so high. I didn't want to do any resetting to find some good spawns, so we're going to pick up this tablet. There's not a lot you can do while this is happening, so we just rub our face on it. It's just beautiful. There we go, fantastic. Looking for some lithium. especially, and some shale. I need to keep an eye on my oxygen right now. There's some shale. That's a diamond. Diamonds are awful. We're never going to use a single diamond in this entire run, but I do need to use a lot of lithium, so I'm going to grab as much as I possibly can. There's a shale there, I'm pretty sure. That's a magnetite. These are some lithium. There you go. Fantastic. Grab this as well. Okay, no, magnetite. Don't care about you. More lovely diamonds. Fantastic. That'll do. 96. Yeah, that's good. That's a good time to stop. Gonna make myself a compartment here with a hatch. I'm just getting some resources out of my inventory. It's probably not relevant. Don't worry about it. And it is going to be dark. That's fine. Going to do some interesting things. So that's the base storage. I'm going to dump 2 gold, all of these diamonds, and the lithium. What's my count? My count is 7. I'm going to close that, open it again, dump this outside the portal, and this, and this, and I need to pick up that metal I just dropped. Where are you? There you are. And I'm going to leave that there. Going to head on down. Try and avoid this Reaper. There's one to my left. And 7 means I want to grab a bit more of these, so if I can see any just in my path, I'm going to pick them up. Nighttime means I'm probably not going to be able to pick up a lot right now. I need 1 more moon pool, there you go, and I think I need 1 more engine. Excuse me, fish. Thank you very much. Fantastic. I believe I need 1 more engine, right? I haven't scanned 3.
I think you scanned 2.
Scanned 2. Okay, there you go. Cool. Okay, so this is the one part in the run when we could get caught by a Reaper. It's pretty hard to get caught by this Reaper in day, but at night time I have to go very close. So I'm going down this sort of valley. Go straight up. You can hear Mabel. That's the Reaper's name. They've all got some interesting names. We just go past Mabel in this one, thankfully. I need this mushroom, and if Mabel is too close, you're going to hear a nasty scream. No, she's fine. That's good. Her aggro range, she can be... It covers that mushroom, so she could be almost right on top of us. The worst thing would be if she encounters us here and just pushes us off above the water, and then we'd lose our Super Sea Glide, the speed boost we have. Yeah, that would be dreadful. If she just bites you, normally you're gonna live on a little bit of health, which should be fine if you get into the lava zone quick enough. So we're heading on down into the Lost River now, and another point where there's not a lot to do. I'm just trying to avoid these fish. They're like moving walls. You just can't swim through them, so if you run into them, it's real bad. And I need to remember to pick up a ghost weed as well. Apart from that, just moving forward. Ooh. Yeah. So, this game's real pretty. Obviously not as pretty as Abzu, but in its own right. Different art styles, right? We're going to need to grab this ghost weed here. And then head on down. It's the most convenient ghost weed. There's ones you saw me pass a little bit earlier, but you have to sort of go in a little hole. Avoid most of these deadly fish. So there's Casper, the friendliest ghost of Earth, and sometimes he says hi back. Maybe. Oh, wow. There we go. Hi, Casper. And head on down. I'm looking for some nickel. So, nickel is a tiny little rock, and it likes to play hide and seek. Especially as pretty much everything in this area, you play this game enough, it starts looking like nickel. So the fish look like nickel, the bubbles, the shale, just the floor, and I need 3 in total. The nickel doesn't really look like nickel, it looks like a potato or something. I don't know. Let's grab ourselves. Interesting. Oh, wow, that's some real good nickel. I was expecting... So, it's quite rare to find nickel here. It does spawn. It's just a bit more unlikely than spawning somewhere like the Cove Tree. There's a 4th one. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to build myself a moon pool here. I was expecting to have to go all the way around this area to find the 3rd nickel. It's fantastic. So I'm going to lose Super Sea Glide, because I want to take damage on the lava. You can't take damage on the lava if you have Super Sea Glide. Now we're going to die. We're going to respawn so quickly that the base isn't flooded yet. It's really, really deep, so its hull strength makes it start to flood. So I'm going to dodge this ladder, still not have Super Sea Glide, go down, take some damage on the floor, go back up again, and get Super Sea Glide, because now it is flooded. And then I can move on my way, hopefully the correct way. Fantastic. And straight into this lava castle. So this lava castle has a power plant in it that I need to grab some blueprints from. There's also a dragon here somewhere. With Super Sea Glide, you're faster than absolutely everything, so you really don't have to worry. I need 4 crystals for sulfur. I need the crystals right now. I can get the sulfur later, though. 1 crystal, 2 crystal. And looking at health is fine. 3 crystal, 1, 4... count? 3 crystal, 1, there we go. 4 crystal, 1, 4 crystal, 2. Fantastic, that'll do. We'll head on in. So, inside the power plant. Another interesting thing about dying, you die in one of these alien bases, you're going to keep all of your resources. So we're going to try and do that as soon as we get the blueprint here. So this is just overlaying some animations, nothing too fancy, but the sea glides sometimes get scared. Not today. Oh, a tickle from the spider, that's fine. They do about 3 damage. Nothing really to worry about. Grab this and jump off the cliff. Fantastic. This is safety save time.
Yeah.
Okay. Just save here. Oh. Don't crash, please. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to need to deconstruct this, and we're going to do something a little bit special. I'm going to dump this lead because I don't want it, and I'm going to grab. I probably could have kept that lead, and that would have been safer. But this, we've got the save, so it's fine. Grab 2 of these, and we're going to find a little nub in the ceiling. Where is this nub? I think I've gone past it. That's unfortunate. Nub, please. Is it here? Oh wow. This is not what I expected to fail. Where is it? Oh, it's here. It's real far away from where I thought it was. Okay, we're going to run into this wall. We're going to go back until I can see through the ceiling. I'm going to deploy my mobile vehicle bay right there, and it's going to deploy so it's in the ceiling. So now I can climb through it and straight out. And we're just going to swim out of bounds for a little bit. We're going to leave that mobile vehicle bay. It's fine. They're actually mobile vehicle bays grow in the wild, so I can just pick up one later. And now we're going to swim into the PCF. The PCF being the primary containment facility. It's containing something. And it's containing this weird blue thing on my face, which is really awkward because I'm trying to find some specific places to go down. It's about here. It should be. I'm just gonna. If you go back in bounds, you're never getting out again. We'd have to go the slow way, and we really don't want that. Power is a little bit worrying. I've got this. I've got the second battery. It's fine. Back at the base. We'll be back at the base before this runs out. Okay. So swim right down and straight in. So I need this cube right here. Hello, cube. I need 1 of these sea crowns. And you'll notice that she's a little bit confused. She's waiting for someone to come in the correct way. We're not going to do that, and we're actually never going to do that. So she's going to keep like that for quite a while. The reason we did just clip out of bounds there is we skip a very, not a long cutscene, but it takes a bit of time. So doing this saves that. Oh boy. Oh, we did crash. That's exciting.
Nope,
Oh no?
we're alright.
Okay. Okay, just takes a little bit longer. That's fine. That's fine. Waste some of my air. Alright.
To reach the world outside, I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me.
So something about story and stuff.
If you help us, I
I'm
will
sure it's
live
relevant.
freely.
Okay, I need to now pick up this stuff that I left behind. Where's that? There it is. Fantastic. Oh, look, some kind person made me a base. How generous of them. I need to make myself this. Where's that gone? Did I drop it somewhere? There it is. I just missed it when I picked the stuff up. Come here, you. It would be real awkward if I forgot that. There is no table coral for miles around. There we go. So now I can make myself the hatching enzymes. And deconstruct this for the gold. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to deconstruct this hatch while I swim back. And head back in the portal.
And break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give this
Big loading time.
Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go and put this random goo we just made into this pedestal, and then immediately leave. So there is an animation to watch those eggs hatch, but they're actually already outside. They can teleport, so we're just going to go straight out and wash our hands. E7, sure. So it's daytime now, right? Yeah. It was daytime when I came out. I kind of remember that. There you go. So our hands are a little bit dirty. We've got some plant on it or something. Thankfully, these these babies are puking out some nice soap. There you go. So if you couldn't tell already, dying in this game is pretty useful. So we're going to learn even more about dying. So when you die, and the game can't find the last base you're in, it's going to respawn you back in this life pod. The life pod is over 1,000 meters away, so that's quite good. And a lot of the walls in this section are just advice, so we can hop straight through. Ooh, don't go outside. Don't do it. Avoiding a couple air bubbles, there's a specific pattern you have to take. Because we're trying to drown. Going in the air bubbles isn't the end of the world, it just takes a little bit longer. So straight through some more walls. And we're going to press this fancy button. Okay. So we're going to find ourselves a nice little place to die. And pick up a couple more things before we do drown. It's going to be quite useful. So even more stuff about dying. I did say you only keep one random item when you die. However, you also keep any storyline items you pick up. It makes sense. It's sort of useful so you don't soft lock yourself or anything like that. I'm going to dump these. I don't need them. So I picked up both this iron cube and this purple tablet. I guess I can take that. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to get to keep both. I'm also going to keep my inventory open because I can equip this while I'm respawning. There you go. Okay, so there's some stuff I put in here earlier, some gold and some diamonds I don't care about. Get out of there. So what's my current limestone count? Limestone count, I need at least one more gold, 2 would be nice, and 6 and 9, so I need 5 lithium, 2 gold. So I'm going to go to another place now. Is this the right way? Yes. So I'm using some underwater landmarks. Again, if you're new to this game, if you want to look at the Aurora, look right, you'll find a cloud, and you're going to swim towards that. And that's going to take you roughly in this area. It's actually going to take you to the floating island that I talked about a little bit earlier. So line myself up with this thing, this wreck. I need to find some salt as well. It sort of spawns on the floor every so often. That is salt. Fantastic. Line myself up with this, go up. And we're going to find ourselves our friend, our buddy. The guardian of the cave, if I've gone the right way. There he is, fantastic. So he spawns always in the same place. And if you go a little bit past him, you can go straight down. And that's going to get me to this nice cave with a lot of resources that I need in. So I need 2 more rubies, 2 more gel sacks, 5 more lithium, 1 or 2 more gold, and a couple cubes later. So there's 2 rubies. There's the battery running out. That's fine. I can do some interesting battery management here. I should have picked up the extra battery. That's fine. Just loads of rubies. Okay, there's a gel sack. And another gel sack, please. There's a second gel sack. There's 1 of the lithium I need. I imagine I'm probably going to have to go for air. That's fine, though. More lithium, please. There's a second lithium. Maybe some gold. Nope. There's more lead, 3 lithium, 4 lithium. So I need 1 more lithium, and I'd like another gold, possibly 2. Oop, there's some shale, that'll do. Gold, lithium, perfect, thank you game. So kind, so generous. What's the air? 81. If I get in this cave at 73, it's doable. Oh, I also scanned a thing earlier, so yeah, this might be doable. I may have to go for air. I'll probably play it a little bit safe. Okay. We're going to use that tablet we picked up earlier to open this room. And I actually need 4 crystals in total, and I already picked up 1 of the guns, so I'm only going to pick up 3. The others can just sort of rot, or whatever they do. Okay. We're going to go over here, find ourselves a little wreck. And excuse me a little bit while I just do a trick. Don't worry about anything happening here. Just going to make that disappear. So if you build something slightly... Oh, yep. More... Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to go up air this. So if you build a base slightly in a wreck, it's going to completely disappear. The lighting still thinks it's here, so it's a little bit darker in here than normal. That's fine. You used to be able to do this on the Aurora itself, so you can despawn the entire thing. But they patched that, which seems pretty reasonable. It used to be a little bit of a problem, because after they patched that, the only way we knew how to get inside was to... so this game has a propulsion cannon, sort of like from Half-Life. So you can use that to stand on certain things. So we used to stand on a rabbit ray, which is one of the fish at the start of the game. We'd fly all the way to the top of the Aurora, and fly in one of the engines, and that was get us inside. But we now found a specific point. Okay, that's the Cyclops done. Fantastic. I need 3 of these. Lean. No. Okay, that's fine. And some more lovely power management because I didn't bring my spare battery. That's fine though. Make this and this.
Do you have a minute for a quick donation?
Go for it.
$10 from Texenor. Hope you find a wild MVP, Salvner. Good luck on the run.
Cheers. Cheers, Zeno. We're going to deconstruct this. So that saved my inventory, and now we're going to die on these deep shrooms to respawn myself back at my life pod. Fantastic. I don't have anything in the life pod locker, so I can just go straight down. So we're on the final stretch now. We've got all of the resources, we just need to turn them into more useful things. So I'm going to grab all of this metal titanium ingots that I built earlier and start turning them, with the lithium's help, into plasteel. I only got 4 gold, so I'm going to have to deconstruct this fabricator in a second, but that's fine, that's not too bad. And make myself some hydrochloric. I need to grab these 2 as well. Some polyaniline. I used to say that wrong all the time, and this guy got very annoyed, so he taught me how to say it properly. Okay. More batteries. I need to pick up a little bit more silver to finish this off. Yeah, and this cube as well. I'm going to need the gold from inside this fabricator. That's why I'm going to be deconstructing it. The computer chips are going to be useful for building something later, but I actually should leave them in here because I'm going to keep them on me and do... Where's my spawn? Is my spawn good enough for... No, I don't think it is. So yeah, just a lot of crafting now. 1 more of those, and then I need to go upstairs and craft something. While I'm going upstairs, I should take some random items that I'm not going to need for the first stage. Get out of here, battery. No, that's the charge battery, I want that. Yeah, that's everything. Deconstruct this to get the gold. And I have too much in my inventory, of course I do. Silver, there we go. So dump this, grab the silver, grab these, and this. Cool. I also need to grab, let's dump 2 of these. I can grab those later. Grab these. So I've got the gold from that fabricator. It means I can make the final ion battery, and then make some ion power cells. And that's going to be everything crafted. I just need to do some inventory management, and then find myself a wild mobile vehicle bay. I've heard rumor, and I've done some research, that there's actually a breeding pair quite close to where I am. So I can go and just sneak up on them and maybe capture one. Okay, so I need these, I need all these. I'd probably just take all the lead, why not? I've got the room, and grab all these as well. That seemed to be everything. Cool. Okay, so I've put this stuff in here, so I'm going to be doing remote storage again. Hopefully in one... No, okay. There we go. It's better. Has to be a nice smooth motion. You want to be scrolling the scroll wheel a little bit slower than you might think. Okay. So now next time I open my inventory, we're going to find it. We're going to sneak up on the mobile vehicle bay. Oh, I think I can see him. Oh, there he is. Oh, such a majestic creature. Fantastic. We're going to hop out of SSG because the mobile vehicle bay gets a little bit scared of Super Sea Glide and it might just fly off into space. So we don't want that to happen. We're going to forget some items. Fantastic. Good stuff. I'll just grab them now. Give. I'll have to go back to base. That's fine though. And make that. Back we go. So, obviously, wild mobile vehicle bays were hunted to extinction about 2 to 3 years ago. That is actually the mobile vehicle bay we left down in the lava zone. So as I said earlier, stuff that's close to you renders, stuff that's far away doesn't. However, there are a few exceptions to that. So the water always exists, and mobile vehicle bays also always exist. So therefore I left the area, the land despawned, and the mobile vehicle bay just floated all the way to the top of the area. And it just happens to be right there, under the safe shallows, that lava zone is. So I'm going to grab all these. I don't need those diamonds. Get out of here. I don't need all of these either. Give me this. I don't need any tools, to be honest. Grab that lead. I need that tool. I didn't need the knife. Why do I have a flare? Get out of here, flare. Give me this. Once again, reactivate Super Sea Glide, and we're going to do a little dolphin dive onto the rocket platform, and then just start making everything. Okay, let's see if we can get a nice one going. Whoa. Oh, not onto the platform. Shamed my family. There we go. I'm going to make this... While that's building, I'm going to make myself a Cyclops. I'm going to try and build things while stuff's building, as we've been doing for the rest of the game. Make myself this. Fantastic. And back on we go. This crafting thing, as well as the crafting you've been doing in the base, you cannot use scroll wheel for. So you have to keep normal mouse clicked. Normal mouse bound as well as the scroll wheels. You have to also be standing still to activate this. There we go. So I need the Cyclops for one thing and one thing only, and that is to make the Cyclops shield generator. You can only make a Cyclops shield generator inside a Cyclops. And you do need a power cell for it as well, but thankfully it comes with some free ones. You can pick that up anywhere inside this Cyclops, so I just run away from the fabricator. And try not to bonk on the Cyclops. There we go. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah, there we go. So we're about to make the last piece, and then run right up. Oh, I thought we were gonna... What's it? 49. I don't remember when the Aurora is gonna explode while we're blasting off. That'd be quite nice. It can only...
warning.
Yeah, I haven't had the warning. It can explode anywhere from 42 minutes to 80, I believe. Maybe it's a little bit earlier than 42. And an interesting fact, you can't actually sleep before the Aurora explodes, because they didn't want you to speed that time up. So we're going to head on up. And not rub our face on this. If you're unlucky, you rub your face on this a little bit too much, you're going to fly off into space. There's a lot of that. Do I have any items in my inventory? Did I leave anything? We don't actually have to send a time capsule. We've got some lead.
Communications systems array active. Pressurizing hydraulics.
Okay, so we just have to switch 2 more switches. You don't have to send a time capsule, but I guess I will. We have a bit of time.
Primary computer systems active.
And they can, some lucky fellow can have some lead and a empty... Oh no, I didn't even bring the scanner with me.
Systems online.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, I need to take a screenshot. There we go. Do this. There it is. Fill it full of garbage. Greetings from ESA. There you go. Fantastic.
Time capsule ready.
And we're going to finish the game. And there you go. Switch. Whichever button is. You're done. Fantastic. That's the run. Awesome. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Some good times. Shout out to the entire Subnautica Discord. Obviously, it's fantastic. We've got some really good people in that. Amazing. And shout out to Leo as well. I think he's currently doing the German restream. So that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. And the cutscene shows us flying away. Sometimes if you're too close to other structures, they'll come with you, because it doesn't actually move this rocket ship. It just sort of stays on the water. I think you can sometimes do no clip and see it from the outside. But yeah, that's pretty much me. Awesome. Thank you very much for having me.
Caution.
And we can watch some of this, I guess. Yeah, and the Low Zero is on early access now. Gonna be quite excited when that gets released to do some speedruns with that. It's really fun to speedrun this. There's so many, like, a little bit of RNG, some interesting skips and some out of bounds, and just sort of everything you want to do in a speedrun. Really cool.
And the game's great casually as well.
Yes. Would definitely recommend playing this game casually. I don't think I've spoiled a little bit, but we've mostly ignored. It's one of those games where there's lots of PDAs and sort of voice entries where you can find out the story, and like we didn't even go on either of the islands. They're just sort of both there. We see them briefly. Oh man. Yeah.
Good time.
51 isn't bad. 51 really isn't bad. With however long we spent watching dogs pick up metal.
Terrible teeth luck, but everything else was brilliant.
Yeah.
What
It's
is
real
a
good.
way
It's real good.
without the ocean?
But that's why we
A
put this
beginning
hour estimate.
without an end.
There's
They
a
are
couple things that can go
different.
real wrong. The saves
We go
help,
together.
but they can't
Now
get rid of
you
everything.
go among the stars, and I fall
Yeah, if we die while doing the mobile vehicle
We
clip.
are
It's actually Panda Clip, by the way.
We
Shout out to
go
Panda. Thank you very
together.
much for helping me find the positioning of that. Almost forgot. Yeah. Awesome. There's the credits. Yeah. Don't think. Is there anyone else we want to shout out? Clove does a lot of glitchless runs of this. If you're watching this with like, ooh, out of bounds, really not a fan, check out a runner called Clove, which does a lot of glitchless. We've got Leo, who is the creative master, who's doing the German restream, and we've got Vixip, the prodigy, who does everything and is far too many world records. As I said, I've got the world record of this. It is 39 minutes and 58 seconds. Sub 40 was pretty amazing. But yeah, quite a lot shorter than the estimate for obvious reasons. We're trying to get perfect RNG. All the stars have to align to get a great run of this. Yes, so Save the Children, the charity. Please donate. They're doing a fantastic thing for just the children's the society in general. Please do. And thank you very much for the people who did donate. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to go to commercial, and then we'll be back with our lovely host. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Hello, welcome back. So that was Subnautica and by Stalker. Stayed under a really good estimate. So coming up next is Pokemon Black and White, and you still have time to snipe the name for Reshiram. Currently the lead is Refreshy with $20. You also can still donate towards the musical participation goal for this Pokemon run. Also, thank you for all the donations. We're currently up to $12,434. Thank you very much, everybody who donated towards saving the children. And we also have some donations still going on. One is a $15 donation from Anonymous. Thank you very much. We have another $15 donation from Anonymous saying some pretty good runs, pretty good games, and pretty good memes this year. Thank you a lot. And we have a $20 donation from Artsky saying, hello, my donation is worth $20. Thanks. After Pokemon Black and White, Perfect Stride is coming up. So if you want to look out for Perkis M doing a run, you can watch this in about 3 hours 40 minutes. In the meantime, also on stream 2 starts our, I think, longest run we had until now. Final Fantasy X by Metako with 10 hours. I think it's the longest run we ever had. Oh, he said it wasn't that long. Well, we will see. Also, we'd like to remind you, if you want to help have an even better stream experience than we already have, if you have a Twitch Prime sub, you can sub to ESA, and this money goes towards for us improving the stream, buying new equipment for all the runners, so we can bring an even better experience of ESA Winter. We're currently setting up. So how's chat doing? Oh, everyone is looking forward to Pokemon. You excited? Hell yeah, bro. Cute chat. Yes, cute chat. The Pokemon hype is real. And some Gaicha Bass and Ayaya. Nice. Like I said, if you still want to snipe the name of the Reshiram, I hope I spelled it correctly. I don't know all the Pokemon names in English, so sorry if I might have spelled this out wrong. But currently in the lead is still Refreshy with $20. So if you want to snipe this, this is your chance now. But Panda will tell me if is Refreshy still the highest bid.
Has been what?
Oh, is Refresh still top donating name, or has it been sniped? We will soon find out, because you still have time to snipe it. If you want another name, has not been sniped yet, so you still have time. You still have time to snipe this Lovely name, Refreshy. And yeah, thanks again for everybody donating towards Save the Children. It is their 100th year of helping children in need all around the world. So thank you again, and we will soon start with Pokemon Black and White. I'm your host, and I'll see you maybe later.
We have a $12 donation from Anonymous saying shoutouts to our guy English Ben. And we have an additional $21 donation from Alazarin Red. This is for the good cause. Domina Wainita has a $10 donation on behalf of John 56. And an additional $10 donation from Domina Juanita. Once more. For Black and White, Pokemon Black and White, the current top name is Croissant, leading. We are currently waiting for the run to set up, because one of the runners has accidentally slept over.
Hey, welcome back. So as we already heard, some names have been sniped. So currently in the lead for the Reshiram is the name Bignot with $21. So if you want to snipe this, just $2 away to snipe this name. We have the Tepic nickname. Currently in the lead is... Let me take a look. Currently in the lead for the Tepic name is Bella with $25. The name for the Woobat currently in the lead is Sneed with $12. You can still donate towards the musical participation for the Pokemon Black and White. So if you want to see some amazing singing, then if you donate, you can think about donating it towards a goal. For instance, the musical participation, where we need $200, where $200 are left for achieving this goal. Later on, we still have some other bid wars going on, like the Dark Souls bid war for the character name. Currently in the lead for the Dark Souls 2 character file name is Peeporun with $50. We also have a donation goal towards the Dark Souls 2 any percent run, where if we achieve the $1,000, we will have a race between the prominent, most proficient Dark Souls runners of all time, and this auction will take on Newbest in the any percent run. We also have a bid war for the Pokemon Omega run still going on. For the nickname of the Kygor and for the Latias. can still snipe those names. Booty returns. It's back. Yes, it's back. So how is Jet? How are you looking forward to the Pokemon run for the Pokemon race now? Soon is upon us. Who do you think we will win? A Jen or Retro Tato? Who do you think will win? Place your bets. Write down the name. Who do you think will win? I see a lot of retro. Etienne. Both at the same time. You should come to ESA Summer. I win. Etienne will win. Currently in the lead, I guess, from the chat is Retro. Retro, don't want to pressure you, but people think you will win. I can do this. Yeah. Also, a big shout out to Twitch, who's promoting us through the whole event and helping us to achieve already $12,467 for Save the Children, which are having their 100th year celebration this year, helping children in need everywhere around the world. So thank you again, everybody, for donating towards Save the Children, our charity of choice. And if you have a Twitch Prime, you can use this to sub to our channel, to ESA. We use the Twitch Prime subs to make an even better experience for all the runners and for you at home. We use these Twitch Prime subs to strengthen our equipment, upgrade our equipment, and make this whole event an even better experience for you. Also, you get cute emotes if you sub with Twitch Prime to ESA Marathon. It looks like we're almost ready. Yes, we're almost ready. I see 2 Pokemon Black screens already on our monitors. Retro, since you didn't hear it, the chat, I don't want to pressure you, but the chat thinks you will win the race. So no pressure. He's now monkey shaking. Thanks, chat. He's omega shaking now. So yeah, we are getting ready. Thank you everybody again for donating. Thank you for having me as a host. And hopefully see you later. Thank you for now.
We have a $6 donation from Josh Gosh with a G. Good luck, gamers. Hi, Gam.
I do need you, I do.
We have a $10 donation from Potato saying, no sniping.
I do need you.